podcast, motherfuckers. How are you? Jay was just bitching about dogs in restaurants.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure we'll splice it in on the Patreon episode, which, if you guys join for a measly $3 a month, you get all the unedited, terrible shit that we say off camera before this podcast starts.
Most of it.
Check
Craig
out our
gets
Patreon.
pretty racist at times.
Real quick, a very free, easy way to support this podcast. We have a lot of people listening to us, a lot of people on Instagram. If every one of you guys just gave us a like and a subscribe on either Spotify or iTunes, maybe leave a review. That is a very free, easy way to support this podcast. It helps us get up in the rankings, which could get us ad revenue. So we are building towards that. Also, we got new cameras. We got Kenny over here. He's basically, and we have internet in this place now. It's looking awesome. So
we be growing.
A few things to just get out. My band, The Fucking Wrath, is going to be playing the Nardfest show in July on the 12th. It's going to be awesome. I know Final Conflict is playing, Stalic's playing, we're playing, Pink Mist. There's a bunch of other bands. It's going to be at, I guess, the OPAC, right?
Yeah, OPAC.
Yeah, the OPAC down there, July 12th. So you're going to be hearing a lot about that. And also check out our merchandise, GetHeavyPodShop.com. That's where all the merch is. We've had some sales going through recently, but there is a point at which it's not worth fucking keeping the website up. So if you guys want some shit, we got summer tanks coming out. I'm working on those right now. Some tank tops, some summer clothes, maybe some swim shorts. I don't know. There's a lot of options. GetHeavyPodShop.com. Having said that, enjoy the rest of the podcast. Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Kasamis and Big J Curran. You.
I missed you.
It's been a whole last week. We barely talked at all.
I know. It was a good week.
Yeah?
Didn't do. I mean, I have stuff going on constantly, but it wasn't, it was
Just a normal ass week.
Yeah. I cut way back on drinking again.
Oh, you did? That's nice.
So
yeah, good.
It's early bed Friday and Saturday.
Nice.
Up at 6 o'clock every day again.
Yeah.
And, just chilling.
Yeah, that's good,
Yeah.
man. It's been nuts for me. My wife is knee deep in getting through the end of the school. Kids are in the school, like the last 3 weeks of school. It's like, it's fucking crazy, dude. I got a wedding I have to go to in Vegas.
How's that?
I'm really excited about it. My
Awesome,
brother's
man.
getting married, and I can't wait to be a part of that.
Check out Patreon for the truth.
Yeah. I'm very happy for him. Yeah.
Good.
My brother's getting married. He chose.
What's her name?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. Wonderful
Yeah.
person.
Really, yeah. They're great. They got a kid together. It's going to be awesome.
How old's the kid?
7, 6, 5, 7. What do you want? What do you want from me, dude? I got 23 nieces and nephews.
The
Dude.
sigh of.
You know what? If 1 second later you would ask me your name, I would have fucking forgot. It's Kira, but
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah. We're going through the gauntlet. Anyway,
I don't. By the way, I don't know the age of my one of my closest nieces, who's like a daughter to me. Deja. I was talking to her today. How old are you? And she's my baby girl. I've been taking care of her since she was a little baby, and I was like,
Yeah, that's just dad shit, though.
Yeah.
It's like dad, because even my mom's boyfriend Shane, who my kids know as Grandpa Shane, he's been in their lives their whole entire lives. He walked up to Scott the other day and goes, "Hey, are you 18?" And Scott's all, "No." It's like, okay.
Not even close.
It's like, why? Why are you even asking that, dude? Because I think it was my niece's 21st birthday that day on Sunday. So I think he's just fucking starting to try to get at a gathering of like, who the fuck's an adult here? Like, anybody? You know, he's like, you're 18, right?
Scout.
She's got adult-ish vibes. Oh, she's... I'm not going to... I shouldn't be saying this, but she is so sad. She got her heart broken for the first time. Ooh. Anyway, I'll debate whether I'm going to put this out or not. But anyway, she is so sad, dude.
That's a bummer.
Teenage fucking love is the worst. I mean, it has to be, right? She is so 100%. Sad. Oh, I mean, it just... It makes you, you know that it will pass, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think she's experienced, like, real heartbreak, you know what I mean, like, before. And, man.
What was the first one that you had?
Dude, I had a couple. I actually told her just to make her feel better. I was friend-zoned my whole life, dude.
Same.
I was a chunky, fat kid, very funny, but no one wanted to fuck me, period, right? And so I was with this was actually... I had a best friend who was dating a chick that he treated her like absolute shit. And me and the chick were like really good, like friends, you know what I mean? And I fucking secretly totally was in love with her, dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, in love with her. So they finally break up, and I'm kind of fucking on the outs with this kid anyway. And so I fucking go full like high fidelity, dude. Like I write a letter just spilling my guts to her, dude. Dude, just full, like, I mean,
fantastic
probably 2 pages, dude. You know what I mean? Like, just spilling my guts on how I feel and how this and that, dude. And I went and gave it to her. She wasn't even there, which fucking killed me because I know her mom probably read it. But they gave it to her mom and just said, hey, give this to blah, blah, blah. And she just responded with, yeah, just don't feel the same. Basically. She was as kind as you could possibly be about it. I was fucking sad for a month, dude. I mean, my stomach hurt sad. Like, I've never felt that heartbroken in my entire life. You know what I mean? I have since then, but it hurt so much, dude. And it made me, as soon as my daughter was going through it, I was like, oh, it's a rough road. That teenage love, dude.
It sucks.
It's fucking worse.
I spent most of my life, or a good portion of my beginning of my life, with my high school sweetheart.
Did you really? That was the chick you have the kid with?
My daughter's mom I was with for 13 years. We started dating in high school. And
really?
We were together until I was 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, but I fooled around a lot before that, because I developed really early.
Started dating when you were 13, you said?
I've got a baby when I was 13.
Not her.
No.
Oh.
No, 16. I started
when
dating
you were 16. Okay.
Yeah, but I knew about
I knew about the 13
from when I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was doing stuff.
You were fucking, dude. You were out there fucking.
I didn't. This thing points in a certain direction, and that's where you fucking run. Whether it's into a wall or into a hole, it's you just follow what it says.
Yeah.
It shoved me in some directions, but no, my lady or my first wife I was with, from 16 to 30. So that was kind of my first real, like the first one I was in love with, and I was actually around any amount of time.
Right. Yeah.
And she did a pretty good job on me a couple times. Dude,
It just hurts, man. Like to be a teenager and you don't even remember that there's a tomorrow half the time. No. You know what I mean? It's like she was so
leads into like I had a girl that I liked a lot, and I wrote her like a little poem and thing. And this was an adult. I was like, I just like, hey, and I wrote it to her, and we weren't really anywhere with it, and it didn't. It like there was no type of response to it.
Back.
It was kind of like it's kind of like, haha, that's cute, and I'm like. No, I went, you know what, fuck you, is what went through my head.
It hardens you.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. But I'm like you, friend zone is...
I was friend zoned a lot, dude.
Yeah.
I had no confidence until I got it, you know what I mean?
And then once you get confidence, all that friend zone shit goes out the way.
Hey, dude, you're not... fuck friends. No, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm done. Yeah. Fuck friends, dude. I'm not friend zoning anything, dude.
That is a hot tip for any of y'all out there that are still trying to deal with this stuff. confidence, man. Just build up your confidence. If it takes doing 1,000 push-ups a day, start working on it. Because once you get that confidence, it changes everything.
I went exactly the opposite too. Like I was like totally scared, friend zoned, and then I got so fucking bold, like with chicks, dude. Like I actually fucking swiped a chick from her boyfriend at a fucking party. They were like on the verge of breaking up, and we'd been kind of talking. And I was like, let me just fucking help this out. So fucking at a party at his house, I was like, hey, let's fucking get out of here. And she's like, oh, okay. And then this guy's like, what's up, dude? What the fuck? I was like, hey, we're going, dude. So what are you going to do about it? Like, I literally just swiped this chick from this dude from his house. And I was like, what the fuck are you going to do about it, dude?
Do you still know that guy?
No, not at all. Yeah. No.
That is rough, dude.
it was a dickhead move.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was being a prick to her, and I was Captain Save-A-Ho. Fuck him.
He still thinks about that. You completely demolished that poor dude.
Up, dude. I mean, I swiped her from his house.
Why does that make you so happy?
Because I've had that shit done to me so many times. You know what I mean? Where you're just like I was fucking completely looked over so many times. You know what I mean?
That. Yeah, I do.
And I feel bad about it a little bit, but it makes me giggle because it it was 20 plus fucking years ago at this point. You know, it's like, what are you gonna do? I was like, hey, you're gonna be good with this or what? And he's like, I think they had maybe just broke up, like days before that, right? Yeah. Maybe that was the case. Maybe they still weren't together, but it was early enough to where he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeah, nothing is what you're gonna do. And I skated right on home, dude.
Nice.
But anyway, I've had my heart broken, and my daughter is so sad, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it made me giggle, and I was obviously very sad for her. You know what I mean? I told her all the embarrassing stories about me, and
You told her that one?
Oh yeah, immediately. No, I did not tell her that one. No, I did not.
No, we all go through it, man, and it's just rough.
It is rough,
you know.
Man.
I mean, junior high and high school is just horrible, anyways.
It is. Yeah.
Although junior high was by far worse for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think junior high is hands down the worst.
Yeah.
It's where everyone is trying to become a human, and then you have friends, and then you don't have friends, and then you don't even know why you don't have friends anymore. It's like kids are fucking brutal around that time.
Testosterone just fucking pumping into you, and you have no idea what's going on. Yeah. What the fuck? There's a hair there. You know, what is that thing? It won't go away.
He's starting to get a mustache, dude. King's starting to get a little mustache, dude. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
He's got a 70s haircut. He's got a little mustache, dude. What is happening here?
Yeah.
Kenny, it is so hot, mate. Can we open that slider for a second? I'm dying, dude.
Yeah. I got to swing by and grab that AC out of the garage.
Yeah.
If I thought about it, I'd have brought it.
I know. I'm still lagging on the track. Do you mind just cracking the window, dude? That'd be fucking sick.
You're lagging on what?
I have a trash can at my work that's sitting there, not fucking... Anyway, not doing anything. Thank you, my man. Yeah, so anyway, teenage love is brutal. We're trying to get through the end of the year, and it's just trip after King's graduating from 8th grade, so apparently that's a thing. We have to
every year's a thing now.
I know, every year's a fucking thing. I mean, I get middle school to high school.
Middle school to high school, let's go get a cheeseburger.
That's what, we're not doing a party, we're not doing none of that shit.
But when you go from 2nd grade to 3rd grade.
They're like, graduations.
It is, and then how wildly, how over the top people go with it. And you know, maybe part of it is just how I was raised, because there was no party for no graduate. There were birthday parties you were lucky if you got acknowledged, let alone, you know, congratulations, you did what you're supposed to do. Now you get to go do what you're supposed to do next, which is 2nd grade. Totally. you know, we're not
that shit
having a fucking family party with, you know, at the park with the barbecue and invite the whole family. And it doesn't, you know, even just when you graduate from high school, congratulations, you did your job.
I actually was shocked. I did pretty well at my high school graduation. I think I remember I got like $1,000 because collectively from everybody, because was the first kid in my family to graduate high school, essentially, like in a normal fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like a big deal. You know what I mean? So I did pretty fucking good. Like on my that one I get. You know what I mean? Like you go to
100%.
fucking graduate high school, that's a fucking semi-accomplishment.
Yeah.
But college is a big deal, you know. But anyway, yeah, we got graduations coming up. We got fucking Vegas wedding trips, which I love my brother, but why the fuck would you have your wedding on Memorial Weekend? On Sunday night.
Does he live out
you hear
there?
me? I love you, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be happy to be there. But Sunday fucking night, bud,
In Las Vegas.
they live there, so that makes sense.
Oh, it's easy for them.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I love you. I'll be there. I'm happy to do it. Sunday night, though, I hate you right now.
Check out the Patreon, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway. But yeah, it's just been a gauntlet, dude, and it's not going to end for another month, I don't think. But dude, I want to tell you, I'm on testosterone, dude. I'm fucking going. I wait for it. I'm on it.
Which drug dealer did you go to get it?
I'm not going to tell you who it is, but he's a very reputable man.
No way that a doctor said,
I'm so excited. Yeah.
All right, no way a doctor gave it to you.
Fucking Anavar, bitch. What's up, dude? Getting it.
How many are you doing?
It's just a 50 mil pill
Oh, okay.
a day. Yeah.
A day?
Yeah. Dude, supposed to split it in half, I guess. Yeah, dude, I'm on it because I had my testosterone tested recently again, and I was at like 400. It's like I don't like Papa doesn't like those numbers, dude. I was at like 800, then I was at 6. Now I'm at fucking 4. Papa's getting back up to the 9s, dude.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing. So
this is what's going to help happen here very soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing this podcast by myself. Going, hopefully he gets out of jail tomorrow. There was a road rage incident that happened on his way to work out in Camarillo. We don't know what happened, but he completely lost his shit on him.
Lost his mind. I actually I just started it today, so I don't feel that bad.
Oh, you got a minute, boy, but you'll feel it.
Oh, I'm going to feel it, dude.
Yeah.
I had a nice workout today, man, and it was fucking, I had like extra gears I didn't know I fucking had. It was nice, dude. I'm on it, dude. I'm doing it. I'm getting fucking shredded this summer, dude. That's what I'm doing.
Easy, Fido. Calm down. Yeah.
Get this right here. Get this. Zoom in on this, Kenny.
Yeah, you need to gain weight, Kenny. So
yeah.
I'm guessing.
Are you getting it? Oh, you want to get some? Okay. Holler at your boy, dude.
Right.
Yeah, dude. I'm going for it. My doctor won't prescribe it to me. So I had my other doctor prescribe it to me.
Yeah.
Doctor
mine was
good.
200 or 300s.
Pills?
No, that's where my testosterone was at. That's why they put me on it.
300 is like the low range.
Yeah.
So if you're unless you're under 300 with Kaiser, they won't even fucking think about it.
Fuck Kaiser.
I know. Well, it's a pain in the ass. It is.
Yeah, fuck them.
No, it's a real. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You have every right to say that for sure. You know.
Yeah. I hate them.
It's yeah.
I got a check from him the other day and it pissed me off.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I got some $15 check for something. And it pissed me off.
Yeah. Just even seeing the name.
Oh my god.
I get it.
Just why are you guys involved with anything?
Yeah.
It's
brutal.
I hate them.
Yeah, anyway, so I'm juiced up, dude. I'm getting fucking juiced.
This is going to be fascinating. This is definitely going to be
the start, dude.
Yeah.
My heart rate right now is 95, just sitting here. It's been averaging like 100 all day.
So I started mine, and I could definitely feel the difference. And then, 100% feel the difference. Way more alert and active and not as tired at the end of the day and more active at work. I mean, just all the way around, I felt way, way better. And then they prescribed, because they got to prescribe me needles, because I take it in the ass.
Yeah.
And they prescribed 1 box of needles. Well, CVS takes that as 1 needle. So they kept giving me 1 needle. No, I got to do it every other week. But they just kept giving me 1 needle instead.
Yeah.
And so then it ended up getting screwed up, and I didn't take it for like 3 weeks.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I'm back on, we just did it last week, and so it's getting back into the mix again.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a huge difference in how I feel, man. Yeah. There's so much more energy and just feel better, and Sparky's a little bit,
A little bit fucking.
yeah,
He's ready to rip, dude.
a lot more.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited, dude. I'm fucking going for it. I'm going to try. I'm not going to keep on it. I'm going to do like the cycle like you're supposed to do, I think it's like 8 weeks or something. And then you taper off. Then you stop for a month. And then you can do it again if you want. But yeah, I'm fucking going, dude.
Shredded.
I'm going to get fucking shredded, bro. I'm
by
getting
summer.
By summer, dude.
Which is next week.
by my 43rd.
Literally next week.
No, I'm going by August,
Okay.
I want to be.
End of summer.
I want to be
you want
nice
your
looking.
winter bod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to be nice looking. Well, it doesn't even get
100%
fucking nice
in
till
it.
August here anyway.
Now, I was thinking about that today, man. It's been a long time since we've had it overcast in May.
Has it?
Yeah, it's been years.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I don't know.
We
but remember summers you said not exist like at all. It wouldn't get hot till fucking October. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't. For what I remember when I moved here was summer would come in a normal, April, May into June. It would come and it would be, in the 80s in Oxnard. It'd be nice, and then come September, you'd start getting Santa Anas.
Yeah.
And then come October, it'd start to cool down. And by November, December, January, and February, it'd be cold.
Yes,
most of the time.
I don't remember it being like that at all, dude. I remember it being May gray, June gloom. Fucking July, the sun starts coming out. By August, September, it's fucking hot. October ends up being the hottest month of the year somehow. And then we have Santa Anas and the whole state lights on fire. That's pretty much
Santa Anas used to come in September.
Yeah, now they're like October, November, December.
You'd get out of summertime and you'd get into school, which would be September. And then once you would get into school, you'd be walking to school and it'd be Santa Anas.
Right.
And I would just be headache and miserable.
Yeah.
But I also remember that come October, I'd have to start looking for a car. Because I always had a motorcycle. I never had a car.
Oh.
So come October, I had to kind of figure out, okay, how am I going to get through until
winter.
Yeah. And then come, I'd find a little inexpensive car and I'd run it until
it blew up.
February.
Yeah.
No, I just turn around and sell it again in February, March, once it kind of stopped being so cold and rainy and there was I couldn't ride the bike. Then
this is down here in Ventura?
Yeah.
Oh, you would do that, huh?
Oh yeah, I did it for. I mean, I've been on a motorcycle since I was 15 in high
No,
school.
I know. I just thought you always maybe had a fucking. I thought that was an Oregon thing more than anything.
No, I was here, man.
Oh, okay.
No, look, it used to get cold, like cold, and I rode my bike everywhere. So, I'd get off work and ride to Simi Valley. And then you hang out in Simi Valley, and then it's 10 or 11 o'clock, and you're riding home.
Right.
And you end up with hypothermia.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me a couple times. And it sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you just buy a car until, so when you wake up and it's raining, you drive the car. And then come a certain time, and usually I'd find a car that I could make.
Remember when you could buy a car for like $500, dude? You know what I mean? Like that is just so not fucking going to happen ever again. You know what I mean?
They'll pay you that much for a car that doesn't run.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be able to get a car for literally $500.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
First
awesome.
motorcycle I got was $500.
Yeah. Me and my wife had a gold Chevy Astro van that we drove in like right before we moved to Lancaster, dude. And remember, I couldn't even afford that. It was like $500. And I was like, oh my God, we were so broke, dude. You know what I mean? Like, God, it was
had
brutal.
an 87 Chevy short bed. Fleet side, lowered, emerald green, had it painted, and it got to the point where I just could not afford to put gas in it anymore.
Right.
And I sold it to Robert Hill.
Oh, okay.
And I had a 77 Chevy short van, same exact thing.
Really?
Had both of them painted.
Oh, yeah.
Had both of them done the way I wanted them done, everything, and then just could not afford to put gas in
And
them.
gas was 99 cents a gallon, probably.
Yeah. I do remember pulling into the Chevron on California Street, the most expensive gas station in Ventura County, bar none, and paying less than $4 to fill up my Harley at the time.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. And now it's 20, which I'm not complaining about.
Yeah,
at all.
that's not that
I
bad.
drive my bike back and forth to work every day, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole fucking thing, man. Yeah, it's upon us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but
It's
it's been
here.
gray, dude. Like,
But I think it's great because it's hot everywhere outside of here.
Yeah,
You
which
know,
is nice.
I
Which
think
is why
everywhere
Ventura
else,
rules.
Yeah. I have a wedding coming up in June.
You do? Where?
Oh yeah, in Jasper, Georgia, in June. In June,
dude.
yeah, flying into Atlanta.
Do they
in
live
June?
there?
Yeah, they do.
Because I hate a destination wedding. I think that's part of my whole thing.
I don't mind a destination wedding. The girl I'm with now, honey, she had a destination wedding in Mexico. We had a blast. It was
Sure.
so much
You
fun.
have no kids.
Oh no!
You have no.
100%
That's the
agree
problem.
with you.
It's
Yeah,
like I don't have.
I
you know.
totally understand that.
I have so many other elements I have to fucking think about when it comes to traveling, dude. And not only that, let alone finding someone to watch the goddamn dog for 4 days.
Yeah.
That's its whole pain in the ass, dude.
Who's doing that?
My nephew Bo. He's fucking 20 years old. And,
cool.
I'm gonna pay him fucking $100 for the weekend just to chill,
yeah.
which will work. But it's like, dude,
Do you want me to swing by to make sure there's no party?
No, I want him to have a party, dude. Kids don't do shit these days. It's incredible. It's like, dude, I'm constantly like, go do something. Like, go get in trouble, man. Go do something. Kids don't do anything fucking cool anymore.
I had a conversation today with my niece, the one that's 21, and I'm trying to tell her, hey, look, man, what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Like, because she doesn't work. She doesn't. She goes, oh, I don't know yet. I'm still working it out, Uncle. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, when did you graduate? She goes, I graduated 3 years ago. I go, and how old are you now? She goes, I'm 21. I went, so you've had 3 years and you haven't figured it out yet. What are you going to do to figure it out? Well, I'll get there. No, you don't. You can't just get there. You have to,
Doesn't work. She doesn't do nothing.
She's not doing nothing right now.
Oh yeah, that's a problem for me. For me though, like I said, we kind of talked about this a little bit last week, but dude, there's so much pressure on kids to figure it out. You know what I mean? It drives me nuts. Like, you know what I mean? Like when they're young like that, like everyone, what are you going to do? You're going to go to college? You're going to do this? It's like, dude, you get to be 21 time. Like, fuck off for a couple years. You know what I mean? So
No, I don't know what you mean.
That's how I feel, man. Like,
No, I don't know what you mean.
as a kid that like,
if you want to fuck off, you make the money yourself to go fuck off.
Of course, get a job. Of course, do the things. But when you're like, all of us as parents, like, we want our kids to be able to figure it out. You know what I mean? But I don't. I work in an industry of broken dreams, dude. Like, everyone got into this shit in their fucking 19s and 20s, and they do this job till they fucking die. You know what I mean? Like, and I got to really get out and do some shit. Did I have a job the whole time? Yes. Did I support myself? Yes. Did I have my career? Fucking absolutely not. But I got to spend like a good half of my 20s fucking around, like just experiencing shit. I think it's so important for kids. You know what I mean? And that's where I get into arguments with almost everybody, because as a parent, you want your kids to be secure and settled and be working towards a career. All these things, and yes, it's true. But, dude, you fucking, at 25, maybe you go to college, you fuck around, you figure it out through college or whatever. But, man, enjoy your young life, man.
Enjoy
it. Because
it
it gets
by
robbed from so many of us.
Enjoy it by getting a job and saving up some money. And then going and doing stuff.
100%.
But
that's what I'm for. Yeah.
Don't, because all of these kids are doing stuff where they work and then they just decide they got something else that's more important than the job. So I'm just going to go do this. And then you're not taking responsibility for your shit. And you need to take responsibility for your shit.
There is that. A bit of that. As soon as you hit that.
And this job that you're talking about, I remember being 23 and 24 and dreaming that I could get your job.
Sure. Yeah.
And that never happened.
Yeah, I didn't dream it at all. I got very lucky that I got in. You know what I mean?
You kind of got lucky. You also had life experience in that industry that I'm sure helped.
It did help, yeah. But I also didn't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want anything to do with that shit. I wanted to fucking fuck around. I wanted to be on tour, being a musician, doing the thing that would never give me retirement, would never, all these things, you know what I mean? But it's just, my thing is there's so much pressure that gets put on kids when as soon as they graduate high school, it's like, what are you going to do next? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, take a gap year, fucking get a job for summer, save up, go to Europe for 3 months. Experience something.
I
you know
agree
what I mean?
with that. As far as the experience, some of that stuff, I agree with that. I deal with this with my daughter, trying to let her know, like, hey, man, like, there's some stuff that you need to go do and check out, like, and I'll do whatever I can to help you with that. But they are caught up in like, they're both doing really well in their industry and who they work for, and so they're doing all this stuff, and eventually I think they're both going to be doing all right financially.
Sure.
Through hard work, not through getting a college education and doing all that stuff, but just through working their asses off and being good hard workers.
Yeah.
And in this day, all of these kids are taught to go fulfill their dreams and don't worry about a job and don't worry about work. So
Or be a TikToker,
people like where she's at, they can't find people that are willing to work.
Yeah.
Because all the parents are going like, follow your dreams, man.
I don't know if
Don't
all
get
of
a
them
job.
are. I mean, I
There's
see
a
lot
lot of them, bro.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
guess
lot
so.
of them. There's a lot more than that are going like, hey, you're 18, fuckface.
Yeah.
Figure it out, buddy.
Well, that's there's a part of me that absolutely is that way, because like at 18, when my daughter graduates high school and turns 18 years old, I'm going to say, hey, you have every opportunity to figure out your life, take a fucking gap year, but guess what? Now you're paying $100 a month for rent here to me to live here. And then every year on your birthday, you're going to pay another $100. So eventually that money, it's going to get to the point where you're going to be paying either fucking $400 or $500 a month to live with me, or you're going to go fucking figure it out because dad sucks. Right? That's where I'm going to go with it. I really like that. You know what I mean?
I think that you're being really, really generous at $100 a month.
I am. It's hard. She's going to get a job. She's going to do and I'm going to do the same thing with King. My coworker did that with his kids, and I think that's a great way just to get response. Now, what am I going to do with that $100? I might fucking put it aside and actually save it for her. So when she has a major life event that fucking
Pay a motorcycle off,
whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I really like that idea. Of like, hey,
I do
kid,
too.
Congratulations, you're an adult now. Now you owe me $100 a month.
Well, that's. I think that's. I think that's fair. I really, really, fair. Really do. I just see that so many of these kids are just like they're 22 and 23, and they walk in the house, hey mom, hey dad, and then they just go upstairs and they play their video games and hang out with their friends.
That's not going to fly.
Yeah,
not going to fly with me at all. You better be working or going to school or both. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's how it's going to happen. But
I never had any. There was no. Like I said, what you're talking about, I started this job that was like my dream crusher. I am serious as a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
At 24 years old, my dream was to have your job. That was, I didn't look past anything other than I would love to be in the operator engineer union.
Really? I didn't know that.
Dude, 100%.
You can still join, dude.
Novak. You know him.
Jason?
His dad.
Yeah.
I tried to get his dad to get me into the engineers union, and he was president, I think, at the time. It was back in like 94, 95. No, 94, 95.
Yeah, I don't know.
96, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried hard to get into that union.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good job, dude.
Yeah.
And it's hard work, but it's not.
Yeah, it's hard work.
It's not rebar or it's not framing.
No, it's definitely the best job to have in the trades for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're the highest paid. You're fucking, you're not out there grunting. I mean, you're working.
You're working.
It's not like tying rebar. Dude.
No.
It's not like being a hard worker. It's not like being a carpenter.
No.
Definitely not like being a laborer. You know what I mean? Even though you're a little bit of all those at the same time. But
and you get to do fun stuff like drive tractors and operate cranes and I like that stuff still to this day.
Yeah, we don't drive tractors in our industry though.
Sorry, operate tractors.
That's for farm boys, dude.
That's probably why I never got the job.
You're like, I want to drive a tractor. Yeah. Anyway, but I don't know. The emphasis to be that kids get in a lot is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's like, man, I fucking hate that question, because I got it my whole life. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're amused. Like, what are you doing? And it's like, well, first of all, I'm not asking you for anything, period. You know what I mean?
See,
that's fucking relax.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's where I think my biggest issue is there's every place that you go, there's a help wanted sign.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they can't find anybody to work. And then the one side of it's going to say, well, it's because who wants to work for 14, 15 bucks an hour. Well, because you need to make some money, any
you gotta
money.
do something.
You
dude.
know,
Yeah.
I started off making $7 or $8 an hour, and just continually worked my way up,
All right.
and through to make where I'm at now. But you have to do it. You have to go to work.
Yeah.
You
can't just sit on your ass, dude.
No.
That is not acceptable to me at all, dude. You just can't fucking do
and
nothing.
that's what I see happening a lot.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it does happen. And, I guess I understand what you're saying. If you're not doing a fucking thing, then, buddy, you better you better start doing something, But
and they're doing it, and they're not being bad people.
No.
They're not doing wrong stuff.
See, that's
they're just
the difference,
not doing
though, right?
stuff.
Like, the guys that did nothing when we grew up were in trouble, like, all the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like now you have this whole generation of people that are doing nothing. They're also not doing anything, period. Like, fun.
Just
you know
nothing.
what I mean? They don't have a meth problem. They don't
No,
have, like...
nothing.
It's like, dude, at least get a drug problem. Like, do something.
I
Like,
mean, be
what
an
the
unproductive
fuck?
stoner.
Yeah.
I have respect for that.
Yeah.
Be good at video games and smoking weed and getting the munchies.
It's like, what do you do? What are you doing? You just stare at the wall? Like, what's happening here?
It's too much, man.
But it's weird because there's like this old school mentality where we grew up with, and my mom especially. She's currently raising my sister's fucking kids right now, 2 of which are adults, and they're fucking, for how they were raised, they are good humans, man. But my mom, one of my nieces was like, it's time for you to get a job. Like, you are an adult now. This is fucking how the life works. If you're going to be here, you're going to do something, right? And you realize that kids have no idea how to even apply for a job, how to go fucking get a job, right? So my mom fucking makes a resume, prints out like fucking 10 of them, and she takes McKenna around and they hit the fucking pavement. You know what I mean? Dropping off resumes at places with help wanted signs and blah, blah, blah. And guess what? The fucking first place she dropped her resume off called her and was like, hey, we need a fucking job. Now she's got her first interview.
You want a job yesterday?
Right, exactly. Now she's got her first interview. She's dead scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get it. Like,
I remember.
Host this job, whatever. But first job, you're like, but so many kids don't even know how to fucking start because they don't think if it's not online. Like, why would you have to call or go in there or show your face? You know what I mean? Like,
and really, we want to thank all of our politicians and all of our government for taking money and reinvesting back into society with our tax money, so that there's programs out there to help these kids figure this stuff out.
Right, of course. Yeah.
That is super appreciated.
Well, you saw
that's
it
what I
today.
started looking at.
I showed you this video today of Kamala Harris talking about...
Yeah.
Dude. So I'm going to splice it in right here.
We know that home ownership is probably the most effective way to build intergenerational wealth. And just as a fact, and just think about it in this context. As a homeowner, then as a parent, if you have a child that wants to go to Howard University, yes, and as a parent, then as a homeowner, if you have some equity in your home, you can say to your child, don't take out the loan. I'll take out some of the equity to help you pay for tuition, so that you don't graduate with extraordinary student loan debt.
Bing. So
we would just watch Kamala Harris tell people that obviously building the way to get to create generational wealth is to obviously be a homeowner.
Yep.
100% she's right.
Yeah.
In the worst fucking time you could ever possibly buy a house, right? But the next best thing she just said was, why don't you just take that equity that you have in your home, all those years of you paying your bills on time and praying to God that you made the right decision.
Not getting a second mortgage.
Don't get a second mortgage. Don't refinance. Take all the equity in your home, and instead of making your kids pay for college, you use the equity in your home to pay for college, so they're not inundated in debt.
Yeah, and she said it laughing.
Laughing.
She said it
God,
like,
dude.
ha ha ha. you know what you guys should do is that, you get this generational wealth through buying a home.
Right.
Ha,
Impossible.
ha, everybody, ha, ha.
Impossible.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Which for anybody else besides
Boomers.
I think at my generation, it was probably the last one that could really afford to buy a house in California and quite many places nowadays. And then she goes on to just get a second, and then your kids don't have to worry about paying for college. They go get an education.
Yeah. Definitely don't fucking make college tuition more affordable. Definitely don't fucking help anyone with any of their college debt. My wife is supposed to have had her college debt paid off for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And they just keep kicking. She has done everything she's supposed to do. She's in fucking, she works in a low-income school in the hardest classroom on planet Earth, emotionally disturbed special ed kids. That was supposed to be, basically, you do that for, I think, what was it, 5 years after you get your degree, then your college is supposed to be free. I think they've knocked maybe 10 grand off the total so far, right? Because she's fucking thousands of dollars in debt, for college. You know what I mean? So that fucking hasn't happened. So instead of making any decisions to help the actual fucking kids going to college, no, we're just going to have to use whatever little bit of lifeline we have in home equity just to get our kids through college.
Which is your retirement, essentially, for most people.
Hoping that it's your retirement.
So that you got enough invested in there to where then you can sell your house and buy a trailer in the desert in Arizona so that you could live off of that.
Maybe Palm Springs if you're lucky, right?
I can't even imagine how expensive Palm Springs is at this point. I think the Rainbow people have pretty much robbed that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, use your equity. Use every ounce of fucking the savings you have to send your kid to college for no reason. Yeah. Essentially.
It's just another step in showing how completely out of touch all the politicians are, except for RFK.
Yeah.
But everybody else is so completely out of touch with reality that
it's insane, dude.
That, by the way, she's a garbage person to begin with. Her how many people she put in prison in California and the shit she did is
wild.
It's just she's garbage.
You know that she's actually polling higher in favorability than Biden is right now?
Oh, God, dude. That is crazy.
Insane.
Is so crazy.
I saw a stat the other day. I was like, wow. Dude.
Yeah.
She's fucking more liked right now than Biden is even.
I listened to RFK again for what, a 2.5 hour podcast with Shane Gillis and his partner Matt.
I haven't watched that. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah.
Says the same shit.
I know.
Doesn't, what he did say, which I found very admirable, is goes, you know what? I had an opinion on this subject, and after I've heard other things about this and I looked into it and I've been listening to other people and we discussed a little bit more, I think maybe
I was wrong.
I was a little bit wrong.
Right.
I think that I still believe this, but I think also this.
Right.
And he goes, and I didn't believe that before.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I was like, holy shit.
Insane for a politician to say, dude.
Yeah, it's insane. I want to see any politician, any politician, anyone, go on multiple podcasts that are an hour and a half to 2 hours long and still have the same story and not have anybody going, he just keeps saying the same message, and the same message is let's build the middle class back in America.
Right.
Let's take the money out of politics. Right. Let's start rebuilding America. Let's start getting out of these wars and all this shit.
Yeah.
And I just like to see anybody else say it. Instead of having Biden.
Well, Biden, I watched a speech with Biden today where he said when he was vice president during COVID, he went to Obama and asked him something. I was all, huh? And everyone on the stage is all, what the fuck? Because he's just unfucking tethered, dude, at this point. It was literally, he talked about when he was vice president during COVID. I was like, yo, dude, this guy has no idea. But you know what? I am going to give Biden some props right now. I'm going to give him some props, some solid, good old school American fucking props, dude.
I'm waiting. Yeah. No, let's go. Yeah.
Because when you think that America's not America. America can't fucking topple a government at the drop of a fucking hat. You watch the Iranian president go down in a fucking helicopter, dude. And I want to fucking salute the U.S. right now. They just came out and said they didn't do it, and I'm sure they didn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you want to fucking get a position right now, dude, America did that shit, dude, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That motherfucker is a psycho. He's about ready to start World War III. They're funding Hamas, and then all of a sudden he goes down like Kobe in a fucking helicopter, dude.
Yeah.
And they're blaming the fog. They're blaming all sorts of shit.
The Iran guy is the one that was funding Hamas.
Yeah, Iran has
shit!
been funding.
I thought we were talking about how Biden's been funding Hamas, because that's a thing too.
Yeah. Hey,
40 million a
there
week.
can only be one daddy, dude.
40 million a week.
That's not Hamas. That was the
No,
Taliban.
that's what we give indirectly. That's what we give to Hamas.
That's not Hamas. I think it was the Taliban.
No, that's what we give
to Hamas.
If
We'll
you
have to fact
listen
check
to, no, it's I just listened Sean Ryan podcast, and it's a special operations guy. They bleaked out his face. I think we talked about.
Yeah, but
this.
I think he was talking about
40
the Taliban though. He wasn't talking about Hamas. He was talking about in Iraq.
Is there a difference?
Well, technically yes, but
I'm
yeah, no.
But how much of a difference is there really? Because
the
it's the
difference
same
between
agenda.
Protestants and fucking Catholics, Protestants, and about that much of a difference.
Okay.
Same God, different violent act.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Basically. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you that fucking America, when it matters, when we're on the verge of World War III, they take down a fucking helicopter.
They just completely shut down of the instrument panel on that helicopter.
You know they did.
Mid-flight through fog and rain, and just went, now's a good time.
Now, get them.
Get
them, dude.
And shut it down.
And then, of course, today I just saw a press conference like, we had nothing to do with it.
No.
We're sorry for everyone's loss.
We're as shocked as everybody else.
You have right now Saudi Arabia, Iran, fucking Russia, China, all banding together, trying to get off the American dollar, trying to start World War III. And we just took out the one motherfucker that we knew we could get.
Yeah.
We knew we could get him. And we got him. And you're fucking welcome, world.
Yes. Good job.
You know what I mean? So
Go
Biden,
JB.
He didn't know that he did it, but he did. And fucking good on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Oh,
yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah, I guess they finally confirmed that he's dead.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Biden's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might, dude. I don't know. We'll see. What else is going on? Yeah, it's wild, man. So yeah, definitely buy a house right now because it's super affordable. As soon as you get equity, take all your money, everything that you have in any possibility of retirement, throw it at your kids for a liberal arts degree where they can join the protests in Palestine. Right.
What degree do you get nowadays that actually is going to make you money?
Well, science, mathematics, you know what I mean? Engineering. Engineering is still the top like earner as far as it goes. So there are some degrees.
Which one of your kids is going to be an engineer?
Oh, none of those. Yeah, not a single one. Bronson might be. He's our last golden pony.
With no help at all, no school, no nothing. You'll just become an engineer.
Pretty much.
Have you? Did you listen to Terrence Howard?
Yes. Oh my God! Did you listen to this? Holy
wild, bro.
Shit!
That was wild.
So, if you guys haven't heard this,
Terrence Howard was on Joe Rogan.
Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan, who is an actor.
Have
we
you
all knew as an
listened to it?
actor.
No, I heard another speech.
Oh, dude.
I'll get into that.
Okay.
Fuck, buddy.
Holy shit, dude.
Is one on numbers?
That's
No,
this is
all-
all 3.5
dude.
hours of that.
Yeah, I got halfway through the podcast. And it took me 4 or 5 hours to get halfway through a 3-hour podcast.
Right.
Because he would talk about stuff, and then I would be listening to it, but then I'd start doing something to where I couldn't concentrate on what he was saying.
And you'd have to
and then I would have
rewind.
to stop and go back. Yeah, when he starts, because he's sitting there talking about the periodic table, and he's talking about it, and then he's describing the periodic table in sounds and colors
And through vibration.
Yeah,
it's fucking wild.
and he's talking about, and then he starts talking about how
God,
how
look,
we have
we should preface
this is part of
with
our genetic.
not one of us understood what the fuck he was saying. We should absolutely not one of us understands a word that he said.
Dude,
for
it
sure.
was insane. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to hear more about it.
Yeah.
But when he starts like he's talking about. He was talking about how we have this cell in our body and this cell in our body, and this is why cyanide kills you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he explains how cyanide goes in, and you have these cells that try to attack this thing, and then it starts to surround it. But when it does that, then that thing fights back against it, and that's how you end up dead. And you're just like, huh? Rewind. Listen. Rewind.
Insane, dude.
Listen. Like, he's sitting there talking about the periodic table and like how these are the same, and he's got 39 patents.
No, 97.
97 patents. Yeah, that's
patents.
my dyslexic. See how 97 and 39 all kind of
pretty close. Pretty close.
So he has these 97 patents and stuff, and then he's talking about this stuff, and he goes, and that's why I have this patent on this.
Yeah.
It is
unreal.
Halfway through it, and I listened to it from the time I got to work at 7 o'clock until I left at 3:30, and could not get through it all because I kept having to because I couldn't focus. It's like one of those ones where you kind of want to take notes and have some reference material in front of you because it was so in depth on some wild stuff that I never even never thought about reading the periodic table and then equating that to a number and a color and a vibration.
Right.
It was just incredible, man.
Dude, it is. If that dude is right, and I would love to see someone debate that guy. But that redefines the whole entire universal structure of mathematics, propulsion, fucking how the universe works, fucking because you've heard all these terms for a long time that everything is a vibration, right? And that is true. Like when you get into like how music is made, vibration, chords, all these things, they're based off frequencies, right? And the simplest fact that I took away was that Pythagorean, when they invented all this shit, and Newton and all these guys, they were running off linear lines, straight lines, because they're more easy to comprehend, right? To understand that the Godflower is a fucking spiral and everything is always constantly pushing and pulling at the same time. And they didn't account for any negative space. Like, they don't account for negative space. Just the simple fact that it's something that made more sense to me than anything, and I couldn't fucking prove it to you. In my whole entire life, my whole entire childhood, 1 times 1 did not make 1 to me. It never made sense. It did not make sense if you're adding 1 times another thing, how the fuck could that be 1? You know what I mean? Like, it really, like, and it never did. And I couldn't tell you why it didn't make sense. It never fucking made sense to me. But when he broke shit down, like in the mathematics and everything else, I was tripping out, dude, because this guy might be fucking right. And if he's right, and towards the end of it, dude, have you finished it?
No.
Oh, dude, it gets much better towards the last fucking 30 minutes. Because he explains how he could redo propulsion to basically, if you were to wrap a fucking vehicle that could, like, absorb a certain frequency, it could travel at the speed of light. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not kidding. If this guy's fucking right, he just stomped on Tesla.
He's about to be
Newton.
He's about to be Iranian. Dude, is what's about to happen.
He
might be
Kobe,
Iranian pretty soon, man.
Dude, it is the most insane.
Don't fly anywhere, Terrence.
It is hands down the most wild shit I've ever heard. And the problem is that this dude has 97 patents. Yeah. Right? On everything from the trippiest part was his patent on VR. Did you hear that part? Mm-hmm. He wrote a patent on VR in like the early 2000s, and he let it go because it was becoming ridiculously expensive to keep maintaining it. And every single major company in the world has cited his patent for VR as a Hewlett Packard, fucking Raytheon, fucking Apple. Every every major company has used his patent to create VR, and he has gotten $0 from it because he let it go. He would be worth trillions right now, essentially. It's crazy. Like, and this is a dude that is an actor. The trippiest part to me was the very beginning when he talks about remembering,
dude,
making the decision to be here, like in the womb. You got to listen to it, Kenny.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. So when he talks about making the decision to be here and like being in the womb and understanding like this is my friend, going to sleep, he remembers being born, all that shit like sounds nuts, dude. But my wife has that same memory. My wife has told me numerous times since the day we met that she was, before she was born, it's a memory she's had her whole entire life. Before she was born, she was in a room with all these different people who represented her, herself, her past, her present, and her future. Everyone was in this room. And she remembers making a choice to be here. Like, she said it's one of the most earliest things she can remember. And she's a lucid dreamer too. She can completely control her dreams, which is really fucking weird, right? And so when and that was like something my wife told me. My wife's kind of a nutbag. I love her to death, but she's like, she really is like on a plane of people that you're like, you're fucking crazy, you know, in a really good way. But she has always said that. She's always said, and then when he started describing that, and she's described stories very similar to what he has, and I just go, I married the wrong fucking person, dude. I should have married Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
But my wife is a lucid dreamer. She can change her dreams at any point,
dude.
She can be in her dream, be like, no, I don't like this, boop, and change it, fly, fucking do whatever she wants. Once she realizes she's dreaming, she can take control. So for him to have that thing, and then ask to understand how everything works, and from a very early age being able to recite fucking periodic tables and all this, you know, it's like, dude, this guy's been given a gift by the gods, God, whatever it is, whatever the fuck God is to you, the universe, essentially. And it is hands down the most fascinating podcast I've heard in
a long
5
time.
fucking years.
Time.
I don't understand any of it. No. I mean, truly, I don't understand it. I think I grasp max 10%, 15, like on a really good day.
It was again, man. I would listen to it for a little bit, and I'd have to go back because I'm doing other stuff, and I'm listening to it, but then I get concentrating on something, and then I have to, because most of the time I'm listening to stuff, it's in the background, right? You know, I'd listen to Cam Haynes and Bert and Tom today.
I listened to that one today.
You didn't have to listen to that. You just kind of could just catch it in the, you know. But that one was just that whole thing. I listened to the whole thing about him being in the womb and the memories and all that shit. And then it's one point where it started to get, because he would talk about something and all of a sudden he's off.
No, dude.
On something else. And I went, whoa.
Yeah.
Let me go back. You know? And I think I did that twice.
Well, I just don't. I mean, the way all the things he was talking about, you know, I truly don't understand it.
No.
But I would love to see someone debate him or fucking pull another thing out that could be manageable. But I don't think
he's the guy that you debate. I don't think
he's not. That's why he waited so long to come out with this. He waited for all of his patents to be approved and set, and then now he can talk about it. Because he was afraid that if he started talking about any of this shit before those patents were set, they would do whatever they could to fuck him on him. Right, because and that's fucking smart. You know what I mean? Because he is now
because he just already got fucked by VR.
He said the way he set up all of his patents is that he has priority for every single one of them. So that means if any company uses one of his patents to build something, he can use that technology as he will, whenever he wants. Right. So this dude, it's unreal, like the way that he described how the periodic table is supposed to work in a spiral, not a fucking linear flat line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
According to the negative space and hydrogen between these things. It was so fascinating. I'm gonna listen to it probably 4 more times. You know what I mean?
I'm looking forward to finishing it tomorrow.
I couldn't, and you could tell Rogan was struggling. You know what I mean? And he's a pretty smart dude.
Yeah, but he didn't it's not.
You could feel
there was no talking.
Yeah.
You know, it was back to, one of the things we talked about, I think that's kind of gone on with Rogan is he's gotten into a zeitgeist. He's gotten into his own little bubble.
Sure.
And instead of like when he started this stuff, it was reaching outside of that bubble to bring people in, where now it seems like he just kind of, like how many times do we have to hear about somebody wearing a mask? How many times do we have to hear about this or that or this? He kind of rehashes the same things. And a long time ago, he didn't do that. He really would just reach out, and all of a sudden you're listening to him talk to somebody, and he's as fascinated by the subject as we are. And now he kind of is
it goes through, you definitely feel like it goes through lulls where you're like, okay, dude. But we also, me and you are pretty avid listeners.
I've never missed a podcast.
Exactly. So, I mean, for the average person,
I
mean, we're probably a more microscopic view of what's going on.
I have never missed one of his podcasts, although I have got into a podcast for a while and just go, nah, I'm not into this.
Yeah.
Like Ted Nugent. I tried.
Kid Rock
tried
was
hard.
a tough one.
Kid Rock was a tough one.
Such an
although
idiot, dude.
I enjoyed listening to Kid Rock.
I listened to it, but it was
the Ted Nugent one I didn't listen to because he's the guy that's had money for a long, long time, and he's done well for himself for a long, long time, and he's trying to tell poor people what they need to do.
Right.
And he just you
it's
don't know what's up.
Much, yeah.
What I did like about Kid Rock was when they started the interview about it, and he's like, "I still drink Bud Light, dude." I just thought it was funny. We were all drinking and partying, and I was like, "Hey guys, let's do this.
Blow these up."
But I haven't stopped. I wasn't trying to cause anything.
Yeah,
I just was being stupid.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that.
Yeah, but I just anyway. There's very few podcasts that just fuck your brain up, dude. And that was
definitely one of them.
I mean, it was. I will probably listen to it 4 more times just to try to understand what the fuck this guy's talking about. But if he's right, he's reinvented math, fucking science, propulsion, fuel systems, everything.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild, dude.
I mean, it just talking about, and he didn't call it flat Earth, but he was talking about how when they believed that the Earth was flat.
That's why
this is done this way.
Yeah, that's why everything was made off a linear line, is because back then they thought the Earth was flat.
Yes.
Right. But when you look at how everything works, everything is the Godflower is a spiral, right? Everything's a spiral, pushing and pulling. Gravity, he says, is a does exist, but it is a reaction to electricity and the magnetic poles going on, which is, like I said, I don't understand any of it, but holy shit, was it fascinating.
Yeah, 100%. We'll listen to it again, and it was fun to hear a podcast that sparked that kind of interest in my head again.
Yeah,
'cause it's been quite a while since I found anything that really.
Yeah. I was glued to it.
Same.
I was glued to it for a solid day. It took me about a day to get through the whole thing.
Yeah. I had 3 people text me yesterday.
Really?
Going, hey, just text me the link to Spotify.
Right.
You listened to this one yet? And it was like my brother and one of my best friends, and somebody else was like, hey, man, have you checked this out yet? And I'm like, no, I haven't. I'm trying to wait till I go to work on Tuesday or Monday.
It fucked me up, dude.
Yeah.
I just literally couldn't do it. But anyway, I think that's we're about done, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm good, man.
All right. Well,
I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Once again, if you guys can, please like, subscribe, say something, comment. Just if there's somebody that you guys really think that we should get on the podcast, have them reach out to Craig at getheavy.com Gmail thing.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Nailed
thank
it,
you.
dude.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
shoot
you.
me a DM.
Yeah.
Get heavy podcast
Yes,
at gmail.com.
slide into the DM.
Slide in my DMs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We really appreciate it, guys. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
We're at almost like 4,000 fucking followers on Instagram.
It's amazing,
and shit.
man.
It's pretty wild.
Like, it's really, really
So
cool.
something's happening, something's working. We really appreciate it. If you guys got guests that you want to hear, if you guys got topics you want to hear, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM. Also, just to wrap it up, my band just jammed for the first time in 7 years. That was amazing. Yeah. It didn't go nearly as bad as I thought it was going to go, which is cool.
But you guys are all talented musicians.
I know, but it's been so long, dude.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
You guys have never stopped playing music.
Yeah.
And most of your music sounds exactly the same. It's not a big stretch to go from one to the other, man.
The speed at which the Wrath operates at is
all right.
fucking real, dude. You know, but so yeah, the July show, Nardfest is coming up. My band, The Fucking Wrath, will be out. We're probably going to be having some guests for Nardfest on over the next few weeks. So I'm going to start working on that.
I love all the people in the
I know.
Nardfest Nardcore scene, and I really hope that they come on and talk with us because I love them all.
I know. All right. Love you. Bye.